Hey guys, my name is Chris, or Elmapuddy, and I'm the head coach of the Gen.G Valorant team. Today we're going to be looking at Fade and how some of the teams have been using her fresh off her being added to the game. In particular, going looking at two of the best teams in North America, Cloud9 and NRG, and how they're able to get the most out of her on Ascent. The first lineup I wanted to show you guys is a very quick one for middle on defense when you're coming from tree. The cheeky little A main take we'll talk about later on from NRG, but if you look at the minimap here very quickly, you can see this reveal that EU throws quickly coming off tree to re-clear all of TSM off middle. And you can see the easiest way to line this up is you come here in tree, come around where this little marking is on the wall, and you're going to aim at the bottom of where this tree branch goes and close this wall. You're just going to do a jump throw, and you can see that's going to land up there. Going to reveal anyone on catwalk or anyone down middle like there, and it's also going to clear our bottom middle if you're worried about that. So if I quickly come up here, again, it doesn't have to be super precise. Throw my jump through like that, you can see it's going to see everyone in middle and even some people, anyone down bottom left middle here. So a really nice cheeky reveal if you want to re-clear middle and see if the other team has any presence there at all, really.
One way, straight away for you. But the lineup catches onto so many players. Paint shells off onto the back, but the gun's just far too much to overcome here.
What a fantastic horn.
A potentially even better example of what I just talked about was this reveal here when rotating into A. Is you can see EU throws the reveal nice and high and he swings with it. And this achieves exactly what I was talking about. If I come here, line this up and throw it like this, and then swing, that's a terrible reveal, but I swing with it. You can see anyone playing down here, they're going to be forced to, they can't hold rafter anymore. They're forced to flick up there, and in that timing, I'm going to be swinging out here. So again, multiple people flicking up to that, they can't hit you swinging out rafter here to help your teammate on a site. So the way you throw this is very, very simple. Obviously, just aim above this, and obviously, as you know, you can throw the reveal as far as you want until it lands, but you can also hit your E key again to make it land instantly. So what you're going to do is basically just here, wait for a second, try not to do it like that, wait a little bit longer, and it's going to land nice and high. So again, it's going to land so high in the sky, reveal everyone on site. You're going to land up here, and you can see it's, again, nice and high. They're going to be forced to flick up to it, and it's going to reveal anyone coming out a side, which you see exactly what happened to EU in the clip, and he got a couple of free or much easier kills because of it. Another thing we're seeing a couple of teams doing already is pairing the Raze utility with the Fade utility. So what you're going to see in this particular round is a fast A main take from NRG. They're going to throw a Seize over the top of tree, the Raze nade, as well as the KO utility coming out A main, and very quickly take control. You can see the Seize would grab anyone, the flash lands from the KO, the nade lands, as well as the knife early on from the KO. And no one's there in this situation, but you see some nice little A main take from NRG, and they're able to come back here and focus their attention towards middle because they know nothing in A main coming out early on. We see TSM do a little bit less of an elegant solution here with just the Seize and the nade, no KO utility, but it works and gets results here as well with actually less than what NRG used, taking out techs on a pistol round from NRG. So both teams here, similar ideas in their first matches, using a lot of this Fade utility to take A main control early on. Now, if you want to know how to throw the lineup that NRG were using so you can rotate back towards middle and be this tree player, which I think is probably one of the best spots for Fade to play, is you're going to line up with the top of these stairs here, coming out of freeze time. And you're going to aim above the light, the left side of the light, up to the bottom of this ledge here. And you're going to run forward until you hit the bottom of this arch here. So it's going to look a little bit like this. You're going to come to this area here, you're going to run forward, and you're going to throw like so. And that's going to grab anyone out here in A main and really trap them in this area. That's where the Raze nade is going to come through and do its damage as you saw in the clip. Now, one thing to remember about the Seize is that it does reduce the hearing as well. So if you want to send any utility a little bit later after it hits, is the enemy won't hear it at all, which is potentially what happened in the second clip here where you saw Tex actually just cop all of the damage from the nade. It's because, well, he probably didn't hear the nade coming potentially if it got thrown afterwards.
As to how NRG are playing off their utility. This is going to be aggressive though. Nightfall, Paranoia.
Really quick play, and the flash into the showstopper. Want to try and push them back, and the players are playing deep into their own spawn, but the paint shells, it's cut them up.
Now for this round, we're going to use big pieces of Fade and Raze utility. We're going to use the ult from EU and Som's Raze Rocket, and they're going to get paired up just like this. We're going to see Som come charging through middle, through tiles, get his kill on towards 7, and EU's going to push all the way through using his Fade ult and his Seekers to basically control the entire part of the round. You can see TSM, they were trying to go B here, got forced back into T-spawn and 5v3 and absolutely no map control for them whatsoever. This is just going to be one of the hardest rounds ever for TSM to win from this point of view. So you can see the way they set this up pretty nicely is that they use the ult, obviously, straight away from EU, but he also sends the Prowler really quickly afterwards to make sure that anyone who's there, or anyone's tagged by those traces from the ult, is quickly getting chased down and forced to aim at the Prowler coming at them. And just makes his push a little bit easier. He's not just using the ult, he's using other pieces of utility as well that go with it to complement it, and it makes everything really easy. And honestly, someone pushing through middle there with his Rose Rocket is pretty much just the cherry on top.
And there we go, for NRG.
Yep. He's going to send this. It's going to land on top of this wall, and it should light up a lot of the site. There we go. A bit of a running start for it.
Oh, it's
Drops
on
it
Jenny.
down on top of Jenny, but they still just spam it through. Able to get the one. Players Lodo, and now Texas found the perfect timing. Just walks his way up through tree. 2 players. NRG standing, trying to get this plant down. A bit of run and gun in.
Now continuing around the A site, but this time actually on attack and going out this A site, we'll see EU line up a really nice little reveal here on the A side and for his team to get a couple of free kills here. So you can see he throws the reveal like so, lands nice and high on the left side of side, actually reveals Corey here in the open, and nets Ethan a free kill for an RG in this 15th round. Also revealed the Astra on side and created enough of a ruckus for Tex to lurk in here and really leave Sub Rosa wondering exactly what's going on at the A site here, and he ends up getting taken down. Now, to throw this reveal, you're going to find yourselves around this bike area, but it's actually more important to line up the corner of this box here with this, the top of the building. Looks a bit like a bell in the sky, and just line it up nice like so. And then what you're going to do is you're going to put your crosshair around this like lightning bolt, for lack of a better word, and you're going to run forward and jump through. So it's going to look a little bit something like this. And it's going to land up on top of here. You see it's going to reveal anyone on site, and it's going to be really easy just to kill them. If they're playing dice, you're going to be able to spam through this here with your Phantom. They're going to be forced to play behind the brick to dodge any of those spams, and anyone playing anywhere like Corey was out here, well, he's going to be in real big trouble. One of the nice things about this reveal is obviously similar to a Sova Dart, where you can just shoot it if you're the defender and get rid of it. So putting them nice and high and in positions where they're difficult to shoot are really important when using the utility. So you see, if I'm going to throw this out here, it's going to land nice and high up here. And anyone who wants to aim at this from the side, you can see he's forced to flick high and to the right to destroy this. And if you hit your timing nicely, you're going to be running out A main. He's going to be forced to flick from up here to hiding, or trying to readjust his aim to aim here on towards A main. So that's something that's really important. And why you're seeing these high lineups here, and then the defensive one you saw over here that landed nice and high, is it's forcing the other team to flick to them, and can even give you advantage, even if it doesn't reveal anyone, but forcing them to reset their crosshair can be enough to give you an advantage in a fight.
It becomes much harder for them to play that playstyle.
Yeah, there's no trap play available.
There's a Seize and Nade again in tiles.
They're using it in tiles, but none of the players are sitting there. But
if you have a friend who likes to play Raze, you can do this play on towards tiles with this lineup here. So basically you're just going to come out just anywhere in the middle of this platform here, just raise yourself off to the right a little bit. You're going to find this meter box, whatever you want to call it, up here. I'm just going to aim slightly to the right, so you're basically aiming for this gap in between the roof and there. You're going to run forward, hit the bottom of that roof and throw. And again, it's going to grab here and grab anyone here trying to come out tiles, throw your Raze nade here and try and do a little bit of extra damage. So another cheeky play, but if you have a friend who likes to play Raze, it's a good one for getting him a couple of nice free kills.